Every day in my inbox, I am getting some crazy headlined, scary housing market emails. Is that really what's happening, or is that just really good clickbait? So let's take a look at the numbers and look at the housing marketing experts and what is really going on out there. Hey, I am Tristen Campanella. I make these videos for you to stay informed about the housing market nationally and here in San Diego. I make these videos weekly, and I usually do a housing market once a month as well. If you like them, subscribing really helps us out, and I'd be super grateful. Make sure you share this, and I love to hear your comments. All right, housing market. It is big news, as well as inflation and mortgage rates. What is happening with the housing market? Well, let's look at National Association of Realtors and the Case Shilling Index report. Recently, the market is showing signs of cooling. I think we all see that. Dozens of major housing markets across the country are definitely cooling off, and prices are starting to decline for the first time in 2 years. With housing affordability at a 33-year low, existing home sales have continued to soften nationwide, falling 5.9% month to month and almost 20% year over year. The pending home sales have also slowed down, while new listings have consistently increased, with unsold inventory reaching 3.3%. Guys, that's still not a lot of inventory, so I don't want you to rush out and think we're having this overflow of houses come on the market, but we are seeing more houses come on the market than we have since the pandemic. So you would think we would see a decline in prices, right? Well, not really. The median sales price was up 4.8% here in San Diego to $985,000 and higher in North County for the detached homes, and 15.9% for attached homes, so prices still continue to rise. According to that Case Shilling National Home Pricing Index, prices are 43% higher than they were in 2020. And coincidentally, the number of houses on the market is 43% lower than it was in 2019. So if home prices continue to decline, will we ever get back to a pre-pandemic pricing? Probably not. Remember, home prices went up almost 40% over the last 2 years combined, and our normal equity gain every year is 3 to 5%. So we have a long way to go back, and we probably will never see those pre-pandemic prices again. So are home prices gonna fall? Well, you would think they would with home prices starting to soften, but actually we're 43% up in home prices nationally, and coincidentally 43% up in listings nationally as well. While there are many home buyers who are just exhausted and are freaked out by the interest rates, if you look historically, a 6% interest rate is not that high. It's just a lot to come from when we came from a 3.5% interest rate. Ultimately, when you're buying a house, it has to be the right time for you, and you have to make sure that you can afford a home. If you can purchase a home, you can have a really great opportunity to build some lifetime equity and wealth, as real estate is one of the best ways to do that. Home sellers, while we do continue to decrease in prices, we still are going to have a ton of equity in our homes. We increased in prices 20% in 2020, and then another 20% in 2021. So we have quite a bit of ways to fall back on. Prices are staying on the market longer. You're seeing more like 30 to 60 days versus 3 days. So we're getting into something called more normalcy. It just seems to be happening really quickly, and the rise in inflation coupled with the housing market is making people feel a little nervous. This is going to be the first time that we're going to see a slowdown in the last 2 years. And as home sellers are putting more houses on the market, some buyers are actually seeing it as a good time to purchase because there are more choices for homes to be listed. I personally have a ton of buyers who have been waiting for homes to come down a little bit into a more normal price range. Sellers are doing great things like giving seller incentives to help buyers buy down their rates. And I think we're gonna see just a more even market between buyers and sellers, and maybe a tip in towards the more buyer-friendly state. Home prices have continued to rise here, and inventory shortages continue to grow, especially as builders are backing off in their frenzy of building. If you have questions about the housing market, please make sure you're checking out my other videos. If you're thinking about buying or selling here in San Diego, I make a lot of videos and I drop them every week. So check out the next one right here.